It's leagues time on old school RuneScape, dudes, and you know what that means. It's time to video game. If you don't know what leagues are, it's kind of like an officially sanctioned private server for old school RuneScape. You're restricted to a limited number of regions of your choosing to make the most of the gear available to you within those regions. There's boosted XP rates, boosted drops, and new and powerful items that are only available until the server finishes up at the end of January. The key gameplay loop is running around the world and completing tasks, which give you points used for unlocking new regions, modifiers on your account, and to spend on cosmetics usable in the main game to show off your league's progress. It's an event that comes around only once a year and is an incredible event that if you're not already doing it, you should be. Well, actually, if you do, don't do what I did and try and start when the game launches. I sat here on stream for like 3 hours just on a login screen until like 2 a.m. trying to get in, and ended up going to bed like 15 minutes before the game actually came up. By the way, most of the footage you'll see in this is probably going to be from the stream, so if you want to keep up in real time, Loggers TV on Twitch. So we start in Lumbridge and just start ticking off all of the closest tasks to us. I'm not really going to show off every single task that I do, but I'll skim through some of the highlights and give some commentary on my thought process as I go along. I remember hearing that there's an onion spawn up here. Have I been tricked? Is there actually no onion spawn whatsoever? I guess not. Unless it's been taken and it just takes ages to regen. Yeah, I think this is probably going to give you an indication of how this is all going to go. So I decided to take my one-time teleport from our mate Count Check to Barbarian Village. I thought I could take on a Barbarian for a task before heading to the Stronghold of Security for a free 10k coins. Get out of my way, CMO. That's a nice name. All right, we can Water Blast or Water Strike now. I don't know, chop this dude. Excuse me? This dude's just jacked my Barbarian. What the hell? Oh, this is not going to give me a... I'm going to die. Oh, I'm dead. I couldn't even kill a Barbarian, dudes. There goes my young life. Yeah, we are not video jamesing today, are we? I didn't really want to walk all the way back to Barbarian Village, so that kind of threw my scuffed little self-made path that I was following out the window. I cleared a bunch of small tasks around the Lumbridge and Draenor area, basic stuff like killing goblins and chickens. Eventually, though, a friend of mine who hadn't played OSRS in a long time wanted me to give him a hand navigating the last floor of the Stronghold, so after I cleared out Draenor of a few boring tasks, I went back to Barb Village to help him out. Come on, no!
Oh, loggers.
Oh, look, I did complete it eventually, but I'm just sitting here now doing some fishing, so maybe this is a good opportunity to talk about what some of my short-term leagues goals are. I mentioned before about some of the powerful new items in this league, and one that's caught my eye is the Thunder Khopesh. Khopesh, look, I'm going to be saying it interchangeably, so you're just going to have to deal with that. Now, you can only get this item if you unlock the Wilderness. And to get it, you need to kill the Echo version of the King Black Dragon. That means that firstly, I'm going to be working towards unlocking Wildy as a region, and then try and get stronger to be able to then do that boss fight. To get there though, I'll need to get a few more points, and I'm skipping it back and forth a little bit here, but I've unlocked a few relics that are really going to help out with that. The first of these is Dodgy Deals, which is a relic that basically turbocharges thieving. I can pickpocket one NPC, only have to click again when I need to empty my pouches, and it gives me the chance to loot from a huge number of NPCs in the area. I've already got like 40 mil thieving experience on my 2 main game accounts, so this is really, really nice. The coolest thing about this relic though is really giving it to the ham members. Look at the ludicrous number of clue scrolls I'm stacking up. This is awesome. And when I pair this with my next relic, Clue Compass, I can teleport to any clue step in the game, making the grind for clue scrolls so easy. And there are a decent number of points available by completing clue scrolls and collection logs too. The other great thing about this is it gives me my best teleport to a bank with the Shiloh Village teleport, which means that this Clue Compass stays on me at all times. The alternative relics for this tier let you teleport to any bank or use any fairy ring or spirit tree from anywhere, which really just pale in comparison. If you're jumping into leagues, do yourself a favor, take the Clue Compass. I'm still jumping around here and there with the footage, so my character's appearance might change a little bit over these, but I've unlocked the wildy now, and as far as I'm concerned, it's mandatory to make your character look like they're an NPC from that region. Look at my guy here. He is so popo looking. He does not have a good life. There's a bunch of really free tasks in the wilderness that you can do, like just visiting Ferox Enclave, which you teleport to, or buying a beer from the old Night Inn. But I'm going to go and do a couple of little combat ones because I really want to try and get my overhead prayers. So we'll head to Lava Dragon Island and kill a lava dragon for some bones to bury. I can also kill a green dragon and bury some dragon bones for another task. And I can keep killing some more of these green dragons for some more dragon bones that I can use on the wildy altar to get some overhead prayers, which are really going to come in handy for PVM content. If I want to be able to kill things fast, though, I really need to start working on combat masteries. So combat masteries are another new element to leagues where completing these tasks allow you to really upgrade your combat abilities beyond anything that you can see in the main game. They also have passive effects, which even at tier 1, regardless of whether you're taking melee like me, you can save the vast majority of your runes and arrows, which is huge quality of life. I'm going to try and clear out these first 3 combat masteries because at tier 3 we get our attack speed rate set to 80%, which is going to significantly increase our damage output. The Moss Giant was pretty easy and I took it out pretty early on in the scheme of things. I also ended up getting a Slayer task for bandits, which is really going to come in handy because to get to the tier 4 combat mastery, you have to have at least 55 Slayer. Most of these bandits, though, are over 100 combat, so I just sat here tickling these guys with the rune mace for a while to try and clear out 10 monsters over 100 combat. This took ages because I just sat there prayer flicking them with really low combat stats, so I was doing no damage to them, but I could easily use my clue compass to teleport back to Lumbridge and regen my prayer, and then I could tele right back with that same compass. Oh yeah, by the way, the clue compass ignores all of the wilderness teleport restrictions. There are definitely way more efficient ways of killing 10 monsters over 100 combat, but hey, the payoff was alright. Surely that was 10. Oh, Rune Simi! Yeah, I did not know these guys dropped Rune Simis. That is awesome. It was sometime around here that I ended up getting my tier 4 relic. I did a lot of umming and ahhing about taking Golden God or Reloaded. Golden God basically gives you unlimited alks and free 99 prayer, which sounded really appealing because I really liked using Banker's Note for unlimited cash last league, but I couldn't shake the idea that I was really going to need herbs and secondaries when it comes to training herb lore and having those potions that I need for the PVM encounters that I'd faced throughout this league. So I picked Reloaded, which lets me go back and pick another relic from the previous tiers, and I selected the herb lore relic to give me passive items while I do AFK skilling. And if I'm going to keep making these videos, I'm going to have to do a lot of passive skilling while I plan these out. So with day 1 basically done, I'll settle myself down to some fishing and some thieving while I watch some telly. I'll take down Scarius tomorrow and get our next combat mastery, and then maybe we'll start trying to take down the KBD to get our Khopesh. If you've made it this far, thank you so much for watching. It really does mean a lot to me. I am but a humble man who requires validations to keep things up, so if you're keen to see more, please do throw me a like or a subscribe to help fund my motivation and my dopamine. If you do watch this just after it comes out, there's a pretty good chance I'll still be live on Twitch, so be sure to check out Loggers TV on Twitch too. Be good to each other, and I'll see you next time.